Okay, students, welcome back to lesson 15 of database management systems. So here we are going to talk about basic SQL data retrieval. Okay, so you have two lessons, basic SQL data retrieval 1 and 2. So today we are going to talk about 1. Let's move on. So in this 15th lesson, you will learn about ways in retrieving data in a database table using select queries. The last few lessons you have learned about creating a database and populating it with data. In this lesson, we will learn how to handle data retrieval from a single table using SQL queries. So let us start the lesson 15. Okay, the outcomes of this lesson. So after completing this lesson, you will be able to understand basic SQL queries to retrieve data from a single table. So from this lesson, you will be able to use simple query, prefixing, aliasing, comparison operators, temporal data types, distinct null values between in operators. So you will going to learn about many more when it comes to data retrieval. Okay. So when you have created a web application or mobile application, have you thought how you display data on the web browser or the mobile screen? Okay. So you may have stored the data through the application in database, but how to fetch them and display the stored data. For example, you have stored your data in the database. Okay. So when you are using a web application such as Facebook, let's say Facebook. So you are now, how can your data which is being stored in the database can be seen in your web browser or through your mobile screen? So answer we will be using is SQL queries. Select statements. Thus, it is very important to learn about select statements as developers. So data manipulation language, DML, statements access and manipulate data in existing schema objects. Thus, select statements are commonly considered under DML. Okay. Select statements are commonly considered under DML. You know what DML do. DML statements access and manipulate data in existing schema objects, or we can say existing tables. For example, insert, update, delete. Can you remember we did it last time? So mostly select statements are commonly considered under the DML. However, it cannot manipulate data in the database. It cannot manipulate data, but it can simply select data. So we have already started creating databases and we have stored data in the database. But now it is a time to fetch the data from the database. Now with the aid of DML, right? With the use of DDL, we have created the database and the tables. And with the aid of DCL, we have given privileges for the users. With the aid of DML, we have updated the data, inserted data, delete data. Now, with the select statement, we are going to select fetch, or we call them fetch or select data from the tables which is inside the database. Okay, this data is returned in the form of another table. Okay, we take the database. Let's say, for example, we select data from the employee table, and those selected data will be displayed again in a table. That table is called result table. That table is called result table. First, we will try to understand the basic format of a select statement. In this lesson, also, we will be using the command line to run SQL queries. You can try this in GUI by yourself as well. Anyway, we'll try this in both. Okay, so basically, a basic from SQL select statement is called select from where block. Select from where block. Okay, select from where block. But now you know, you have done in the previous lesson, can you remember? We have inserted data and we have displayed the data in the form of a table using select from. Okay, so let's see. Let's how to open your exam. Okay, go open exam here. Start these services. Then go to command line. Okay. So now what is the process now we are going to do? All right. You have to, okay, you have to go to the place which you have inserted SAM. My one is this one. Go to SAM and then go to the folder called MySQL. Go to bin. Now copy this. Oh, sorry. Copy this path. Go here. Type CD. CD stands for change directory. And then press enter. So now you are inside the bin folder of MySQL. Now type MySQL space -u root. Root is my username. You can give your username, right? P and press enter. Now it will ask for a password, but I have not given a password here. So because of that, I'm not going to type anything. I'm just going to press enter. Now I am inside MariaDB, that means MySQL. Now I want to use one of the databases which I have created. I'm going to type use company semicolon. Now I'm inside the company database. Now I'm inside the company database. Let's see what are the tables I have. Okay. So how to do so? Show tables, not show table. So when we are creating a table, we said create table, but here it's a plural, show tables. So now you can see department table, employee table, and project table is there. So I need to see, describe one of the tables to see what are the attributes and the data types and the constraints which I have and the primary keys which I have already defined. Describe employee. You can see here, you can see employee number, employee first name, employee address, and employee telephone numbers is there. So let's see how to select data now. Yes. So I will need to know what are the data which is inside this employee table. How to do so? All the data. Select. And inside star. Star means all the data. I want you to display all the data from employee. So now you can see this is all the data which I have inside the employee table. So now I didn't use where clause. But let's see. Select all. Select all the data. Select all the data. Yeah. From employee, where now I'm giving a condition where EMP number equals, well, sorry. So you have to, okay. Okay. Where EMP number equals 1. So now what is going to happen is now select all the data. So that means all the data is being selected now from this table, from employee table, but there's a condition where employee number is 1. So that means not the Kavidu's data will not be selected, Prasanna's data will not be selected. Only Jagat's data will be selected. So you can see one record comes out of this statement. Let's see. So this is select from where block. You can only use select from employee. No need to put a condition. Still it is working, but if you need to give a specific condition and specifically get the data, you have to definitely give a condition. So you can see here, select from where block, basically select attribute list from the table list where the condition. So here, the attribute list is a list of attributes where values are to be retrieved by the query. Table list is a list of tables required to process the query and condition. Query and condition, okay? So conditional Boolean expression that identifies the rows to be retrieved, this one. So attribute list is a list of attributes where value to be has to be retrieved, right? If you have this printed with you, please highlight these things. Table list is a list of table names required to process the query. Condition is a conditional Boolean expression that identifies the rows to be retrieved by the query. Okay, from this point. So now you can please, if you have this with you, you can write it down or you can highlight this. So if you are fetching data from a single table, you can use the following syntax. As I told you, select all from the table or select one or two columns from the table. Let's see. So we have selected all from the table here, right? So let's see, select star from, select not star, sorry. So select, I will only select the employee name and the employee telephone number, right? Employee F name space, or you can come on here, employee tele from employee. Okay, now you can see only those two columns are, or only those two attributes are being selected. Only those attributes are being selected. So that means now you can select every column, every attribute by typing star here. And you can specifically select the attributes by typing the attributes name here. Okay. So this one we did. Select all, select employee, right? And this one also select e-name, birthday, that is what we did now. So now let's consider the where clause. If the given condition is satisfied, then only it returns a specific value from the table. If only the given condition is only satisfied, they are going to return a specific value from the table. You should use the where clause to filter the records and fetching only the necessary records. So as you may remember from the previous lesson, the where clause is not only used in the select statement. And remember, we use it in the update and we use it in the delete statements as well. Okay, so if we need to select only a specific set of rows, we can use the select from where block. Select from where block, okay, as we did it before. Like this, select from where block. So now you can select like this also. So here you can see, I will select again. Select EMP F name emp underscore tel. All right, so same two columns, right? Same two columns I'm selecting. And you can see from employee table, we are selecting from the employee table, same thing. We have typed the same thing, but now I'm going to change something where emp number equals 1. Okay, and now I'm going to press enter. So now you can see here clearly that up to this point, we are going only selecting employee first name and employee telephone number. Employee first name and employee telephone number. And it is being displayed here. You can see here, right? Employee first name and employee telephone number is being selected. But now we are telling, we have given a condition here. All right, select the attribute employee first name and employee telephone number, but display the data which belongs to only Jagat. That means employee number 1. But you can see here, the employee number attribute is not being displayed, is not displayed. Only employee first name, employee telephone number is being displayed, but employee number is not displayed. But anyway, in a condition, we can give a condition that, but that condition do not need to be displayed as an attribute. That conditions attribute do not have to be displayed as an attribute in this displaying table, result table. Understand? So now you can see here we only selected employee first name and employee telephone number, and every data that is inside these two attributes is being displayed. So now what we have given? We have given a condition only to display. Okay, you can fetch the attribute employee first name and employee telephone number, but inside those two attributes, you only have to display the data which belongs to employee number 1, and no need to display the attribute employee number here. All right, so please remember that as well. Okay. So now the next one is, so we'll retrieve only name. Okay, from the, so you can see we have done this one. So you can specify a condition using a comparison or logical operators. So in the previous lesson we talked about, I told you that we are going to talk about operators. Okay, so now we are going to talk about operators here. Okay, so you can see here comparison operators and logical operators both are there, right? Comparison operators and logical operators, right? So you can see here greater than, lesser than, equal, like, and not. I will color them in another color. Not, right? If you have multiple conditions, you can combine them with and or operators, and there are few more operators coming in the latter part of the lecture. So you can see here greater than, lesser than, equals, like, and not, and o operators are there. Okay, so now let's select some. For example, let's select. So okay, I will show the table again. Select all from employee. So you can see here again all the data we have. So now let's select with the condition. Select. I'm going to select EMP number. Sorry, EMP first name. Okay. first name, and so you can see here when you are dividing attributes, you can put a comma here, tele, right? And from employee, where, let's see, where gender is not there, right? So what we are going to do is, okay, let's do like this, students. All right. For now, let's do like this, okay? And we have to put some more attributes in the table and some more details and data to the table. So anyway, where, okay, emp underscore addr equals Colombo, and you can put an and operator here, and let's say emp telephone number equals 114. Sorry, this didn't come right. 11412. Okay, so let's change this into employee number, right? Employee number. Okay, select employee F name, employee number from employee table. But there's a condition. There are two conditions actually, where employee address has to be Colombo and employee telephone number has to be this one. So that means basically we are asking for employee number 1 and employee number first name Jagat. Let's see whether this is working. Of course, you can see here. Select employee number. Now Jagat came. Okay. Okay. Now what happened? So now what I gave is what the condition which I gave is like select employee name, first name and employee number. That means these two from employee table. But now I gave a condition. So where employee address has to be Colombo, employee address has to be Colombo, and the employee telephone number has to be 21152. So this is 21152. He's from Kaluthara, right? And the employee who's from Colombo has a different telephone number. So here, this being a jumble, right? So this telephone number belongs to the person who's from Kaluthara, and the person who's from Colombo, his telephone number is 11412. So now is asking to exactly select the person who is from Colombo, and he has to have 21152 telephone number. So in a situation like this, okay, if there is no record that adhere to this condition, it will not be selected. You can see here, it's empty set. An empty set is being selected. So let's see like this. For the time being, we'll go to admin. Go to PHP MyAdmin. Select the table and manually insert data which corresponds to this condition here. Okay, then we'll see whether it will come. let's say 004 is the employee. First name is, let's say, Gayan, right? So first name is Gayan. And the employee number is from Colombo, right? So he has to be from Colombo. And the telephone number has to be 21152. 21152. 21152. Okay, now let's see. Let's go. All right, now we have inserted Gayan. Okay, so now let's see. Let's copy this one. Two one one five two. Okay, so now press enter. You can see Gayan being selected because now there is a person who has both Colombo and this one inside. So let's see that again. Select all from employee. Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, so you can see it now. So now let's see. All right. The next one. Next one is I'm going to copy this one here. Okay, came out now. All right, so let's see. Select employee F name, employee number from employee where employee address is from Colombo. And let's change this. So two are from Colombo, right? So let's see. This is from Colombo. So now what happens? Okay, so Jagat and Gayan both have been selected now because I have only given one condition here. So now let's again give right. So 22145, right? 22145 and press enter. Okay, empty sets coming because only the person who is from Gampa has this telephone number. No one from Colombo has that telephone number, right? Empty sets is coming. Let's do a little bit. Copy this one and paste this one here. And instead of an, we'll put O now. Okay, now you can see when you put O instead of and, now what will happen? Three data records have been displayed. So here what happened? So here the condition has to be the condition has to fulfill this one and this one both. That means the person who's been selected, the record who's been selected, which is being selected, has to be from Colombo, and definitely it has to have the telephone number 2214. Now 2214 is from Gampaha, and Colombo doesn't have that telephone number because that this one and this one now is false, right? Altogether, when you take it, it's false, right? But Colombo one has 1141, other one has 2115, but the Gampaha one has a 2214. So now no, this record and this record both doesn't have, right? Doesn't have a telephone number called 2214. So that means this condition, both the conditions are now, right, are false now, right? So with the and you can see both has to be adhered when it comes to display the data. So now in O, what happens? This condition or this condition, if this condition comes okay, then display date of that condition. And when this condition becomes okay, display the date of that condition. So here you can see Colombo, Jagat and Gayan's data, which is being adhered for this condition. Jagat and Gayan's data is being displayed. And the data which is being adhered to this condition, how we do? This data is also being displayed. So that means the difference between and O. Okay. And O. Please remember that as well. Okay. So now let's move on to another lesson called prefixing, analyzing. Prefixing and analyzing. Okay, students. So the next thing which we are going to learn about, as we told, is prefixing and analyzing. Two new concepts. So in SQL statements, we can use the same name for two or more attributes. Same name for two or more attributes if the attributes are from different relations. Right? For example, let's say two different tables, EMP and the department. So you can see EMP has an ID attribute. Department has an ID attribute. Okay. So we can use the same name for two or more attributes if the attributes are from different relations. We can use the same attribute name by including the attribute name and the relation name. The attribute name and the relation name by prefixing the relation name in the attribute name, such as this. So here what you can do is, if you want to select both the attributes, you can do is, you can say employee dot ID to identify this attribute of employee table with the same name ID, comma, department dot ID. So you can see here, both the attributes from employee table and department table has the same name, ID, but with the prefix employee and the department, we have distinct these two into two different attributes. So the same thing has been done, employee name, department name. So here you can see employee name, department D name is there. So anyway, you can uniquely identify your attributes with this prefix, putting a prefix like this. Okay, let's see a little bit further. We'll see this one. For example, if we have D number in employee relation, if we have D number in employee relation, so that means a relation called employee is there. So there's an attribute called D number. This is EMP table. The attribute D number. As well as in department relation also. So now you can see the department relation also, there's a D number. All right. So now we can refer to each attribute as shown below. Let us assume that both employee and department tables are having an attribute D number. So now what we are going to do? Select E number and the birth date from employee and the department, where employee D number, the prefix comes here. Employee D number equals department D number. So you can see here, this attribute is from employee table, this attribute is from department table. Both have the same name, but with the prefix employee and the department, we have distinct between these two attributes. And now we are comparing these two, employee D number and department D number. And department D name is HR. So now the employee's E name and birthday will come. They are the that employees will in the HR division. So let's do this and see. So in order to do this, first what we have to do is we have to insert some data. Let's enter these data in the employee table. So how to do so? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to employee table. I'm going to insert. So what I want to do is I'm going to structure first. Why I'm going to structure first is I have to insert some more attributes. So already I have inserted employee number, employee name, birth. I have to insert the birth date, department number, gender, and the salary. And the salary. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert, okay, this one. Let's see. So I'm going to insert another e-name. I have birth date, DNO, gender, salary. Birth date, DNO, gender, salary. Alter table. What is the table's name? Is employee. Employee. Add. What are the columns? Birth date, DNO, gender, date, DNO, D number, gender, and salary. Gender. Gender is, we'll see. Vacha. Let's give salary is integer. So what else do we have to insert? Birth date we have inserted. Okay, good. So now the next one I have to do is press enter from here. Press enter from here. Press enter from here. Add column. Add column. Add column. Okay, so now we are entering 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Let's see. Employee table. Something went wrong. Employee add column. Table date. This syntax error coming. So please give me a minute. I will rectify that and come back. Okay, so the problem was here. I think the varchar, VARCHAAHR. So I have to remove the H and see if this is working. Okay, it worked. So now let's see. Let's go and see. Describe employee. Okay, now you can see everything is okay. So now I didn't give, you can see here in my query, I didn't give a data value, data length to D number birth date. So because of that, they have inserted the default value 11. You can see here, default value 11. Okay, so now the table is completed actually. And though the table has been completed, we need another table, right? So we need the next table, the department table also. Let's go and see the department table. So we have D number, and so let's go to employee table, and this one employee number, right? Employee number, D number. So good. So here we need to make this D number now, right? And this this D name is fine. Let's go to structure, and we'll change this D number. It has to be D no, right? So D number. Okay, so now save it. Now you know how to do it by command as well, aren't you? Don't you? And how to do so? I will do it by the command as well. Alter table. Now we have to read which table we are going to alter. Alter table department, and then rename column. Rename column. Which column we are going to rename? So now the column has changed to D number, right? Column D number 2, the name. Oh, sorry, we have to give syntaxes here. Sorry, colons, right? So all the table department rename column D number to D name. So please think that is the case. I think the case is this. You see? Oh, something went wrong. All the table department. All right. Rename, something wrong with my spellings. Oh, rename column D number 2 D name. Okay. Some mistake in syntaxes. Okay, we'll see what is this mistake in syntaxes. Anyway, Okay, something went wrong there. I will watch it. I will look on to it later. But now we did with this, no? So see whether that is been changed here. Describe department. Okay, it has been changed. Okay, so no need to get panic. So D number is there, D name is there, only two. So what else do we have to put here? In the department table? Uh, Only that, right? Only that. Okay. Okay, students. So in order to show this, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create two new tables with proper primary keys and foreign keys and proper data. So you can see here, so though I have created the table, there's no data in here. And with foreign key constraints and all, I'm going to make two new tables. Please do make two new tables for this part, this prefixing and licensing, and insert these employee number, employee name, employee address, these things. But if it's okay if only you have inserted these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, attributes, and two attributes in the department table called the department number and the department name. And yes, make two new tables now, and I will come back to you. Make tables with these exact data inside. You can see here exact data inside, so that in that way we can understand properly, right? So please give me a minute to see the department table. I think the department table is not there. Is it so? Or was it in another? That's why I just wanted to. I just went through these PDFs while pausing the recording to see whether there's a department table somewhere shown to us. Select. So if so, it is very easy for us to just go through. Okay, so you can see here, it is here, right? Department name, department number, only two rows are there. Let's go further. Oh, this is privileges. So go to that one, no? Okay, department number, department name. Also, we are still going through this table which we have made. So it's better to make this table to department table as a department table and this table as the employee table. Okay, so I will come back to you. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to come back to you after making these two tables. Make these two tables with foreign keys and the constraints, delete, set null, and everything. You can see here, right? So department, employee number, department, okay, everything is there except the salary, right? Employee number, employee name, birthday, then comes DNO, and then comes gender is not there, so I have to insert the gender and I have to insert the salary. Okay, so please give me a few minutes. I will come back to you with the proper table here. Okay, students. So what I did now was I just made a good table with good details, good data inside. So you can see here, I have made the exact replicate of this table which was given to us by your PDF. And yes, I have made the data here as well. You can see here the data, and I have made the referential integrities and the foreign keys, constraints, and primary keys, which is mentioned in the PDF as well. So I have some small clarification which I want to do with you. Okay, so now let's see. So now you can see here, there are 7 employees, and those 7 employees are working in 1, 2, only 1 and 2. So let's see, I want to put another 2 employees another employee who is working in the finance, right? In the finance. So how to do so? Go to SQL and okay, so let's see. So now Sahan carving the no need to put Sahan carving here. So the employee number is 008. Employee number here is employee name, let's say Rasika Sahan, and his birth date I have to put, let's say 1994. Sorry, we had to put it inside 1994 07 and 20, let's say 25. And now okay, we have put the birth date, the DNO. He's working in department, let's say department 3, and then his salary is 25,000 now, and he's male, right? So now you can put like this. Okay, so this is Rasika Sahan's record. So let's put another one here. Okay, so he's actually A9. He's Kasun Danan Kasan, right? It's from, oh, let's see. Shiva Raja. Right, same, we can put the same birthday now. So let's say let's change it to 1996. Right, okay. Right, and his salary is 75,000. And we don't know where he is working now. Let's say he's working. Right, we keep this like this, students. Just a space between these two. Just a space between these two. Okay. You can see here. If I magnify this, see, I have put small space. Not a space. I have not put anything here. Just the single quotations like this. Okay, you can put a space, but single quotation like this. Okay, or we'll put a space here, a single quotation like this, and then what I'm going to do so is like, see here in the first one, everything is filled, right? A008, Vasika Sahan, his birthday, the working department, the salary, the gender, everything is here. And here what I'm going to do is I have not inserted values for 2 different places. That means the department number and the gender. And here I have kept a space here. Here I didn't keep anything, I just the single quotations. So let's go and go. Okay. Oh, sorry, we cannot keep the number space. Let's see like this. We can keep this. Why? Because of the referential integrity, no? Understand? So I did the referential integrity, so I cannot. So now let's see like this. Okay, so now, of course, you can see The rows inserted, two rows were inserted. First one was this one. The second one was this one. Two rows were inserted, but you can see there's a warning coming here. A warning coming here. Can you see the warning? Let's go and see the browse. Go to browse and see. Okay, you can see now, instead of the bird, the Shiva's birthday, now 00000 is being inserted, and now nothing is being inserted here as well. Can you see? Okay, so this is not null value. So let's see if you want to insert a null value, how to do so. Okay, so now he's working in third one also. We don't know his salary, so we can keep it null like this, null, and we don't know his this as well, so we can keep it as null as well. So how to put it? Null, simple as that. So you have to take the single brackets out, and I'm going to delete this one. Only one is enough, right? So now just press go. Okay, no warning came now. No warning came now. You can see here, right? No warning came here. So let's see. Okay, no, see. Now this is not null values. The value is assigned 000. So here you can see null values. So we have to go here. If this happens, you have to go here, double click it, and then he will ask whether this is null or not. Press null. Then automatically null will be assigned, and here also press null, and automatically null will be assigned there. So now we have created the tables. Good table, right? So let's please go. Let's close this one and go to CMD. Right, go to CMD and CD, change directory. Okay, so sorry. Now you know the drill, how to do that. So I will not insert the semicolon here. Okay, I will not insert semicolon. I will just press enter, see what will happen. So database, yes, so some certain SQL queries, they will work without the semicolon, but my recommendation is please always use the semicolon. Okay, so now just we'll see the table, whether tables are there. So how to see? Show tables. Okay, department, employee, project are there. So let's go and describe the department table. Describe the employee table for now. Okay, so everything is perfectly here, no? And let's select everything from select everything. Okay, select from Let's select for employee, right? Employee. Okay, now you can see clearly. Now you can see clearly everything is perfectly. Now the tables have very perfect data, isn't it? Very perfect data. Okay, so now you can see here, superbly I have created this table, and let's select the other table as well and see whether the other table has, why is this not working? Okay, select star from department. Okay, now department table also has that. Good, good, good. So now, so I have put referential integrity, and in, so what I have done is I have put right. So now if I delete this sales, okay, sales department, this and this and this and this will become null values. Okay, will become null values. So if I update this sales department, let's say the department number to 5, everything will become, the 2b will become 5 there. Okay, so I have done that. So yes, now it's finally working. So let's now see what is. Let's move on to the lesson prefixing and aliasing. So now you can see here, select ename and bdate, right? And department dot d name HR. So let's get this one. And here. Okay, so now let's see what is happening here. First, we'll just type it and see what is happening, and then let's see. Select ename, bdate from employee, department, where employee dot d number, the prefix, right? D number equals department dot d number and department dot d name equals, inside single quotations we have to put HR and press enter. Okay, now you can see, right, what happened here. Select ename and birth date from employee. So we have selected ename and bdate from employee. Okay, and so there's a condition, right? Where okay, department dot d name is HR. So department dot d name is HR. That means, so the selected two are from HR. Okay, let's see. Vikum, okay, he's from HR. Can you see here? He's from HR. HR means 1. So from HR. Sanil Pereira, he's from HR as well. So now there's another condition. See, where employee dot d number equals department dot d number. So here you can see employee tables D number is 1 and 1. It has to be equal to department tables D number. It's 1. Understand? So now what we have done is we have prefixed. You can see here prefix, right? Employee.d number equals department.d number. So D number and the D number here both are the same attribute name, right? Same attribute name, D number. But with the prefix, what we are doing is we are distinguishing these two between two. Like let's see, employee.d number equals department.d number, and the department.d name has to be HR. Okay, so now you can see here's an AND operator. So you can see both the conditions has to be adhered in order to show here the resulting table. Okay, so now I think you got the idea of it. And then comes the aliasing. SQL aliases are used to give a table or a column in a table a temporary name. So only the temporary name is being given when the query is being executed. So that when the duration of the query, right? So let's say you select something and you want to show something. So when you are showing that data, we can give a temporary name to that result table, and the table name only stands for when the query is being called. That's all. Other than that, it's not a permanent thing. So here you can see select column name. Okay, column name as alias name from table name. So this is the structure. Select column name as alias name from table structure, from table name here. So now you can see here, select, it's an example. So let's say select E name as employee name, D name as department name from employee where gender M and D number is 1. Okay, let's type this one and see. Don't worry, I will type it with you and see. Let's say select, very simple, huh? Select now we are going to select this EMP number here, EMP number, and we are going to display this EMP number with his full name. Let's say as employee underscore name. So now anyone can see what is this EMP name means, right? And the other thing which I'm going to select is E name. Sorry, employee number. This has to be employee number. Very sorry. This has to be employee number. And this has to be E name as employee underscore name. Okay. Right. Now from employee where we can give a close, or we don't need to give a close. It depends, right? So just for now, we'll keep it like this and present it. Okay, now you can see, though the attributes name is EMP, understand, EMP number, it displayed as employee number, so that person who's looking into that understand what this is. And then you can see, though the name is E name here, it displays as employee name. Okay, so let's copy this one for now and paste it here. Okay, and just what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a condition where D number equals 2. Okay, so because of we have given foreign keys now, because we have inserted the foreign keys into our tables, you can see here now everyone's name was displayed. So now I gave a condition here where only the people who are working in the employee table, the people who are working in the department 2, that means in the sales department, has to be displayed. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7. The people who are only working in the department, department 2 have whose names and employee numbers has been displayed with the aliasing uh, table names. You can see here attribute names, employee number, employee name. Okay, I think you got it. Okay, you can see here as well. Right, see, aliasing are used to give a table or a column. So now what we did was we did the column part. Okay, we did the column part. So now let's move on to do the table part. So here you can see, let us consider an example here. What happened? Select E name column as employee name, D number column as department number from the employee table. So you will get this one. So if you're aliasing a table, how to do so? If you're aliasing a table, how to do so? Copy this one. Select E.emp number, E.e name. So now you can see here the prefix is E. Prefix is E, right? So we have given a prefix called E here, a prefix called E here. Right? And from employee as E, department as D. So now in the query, we have defined that hereafter the employee table will be known as E and the department table will be known as D. You can see here everywhere when we are referring to any attribute which we take from employee table, we refer as E. Any attribute which we refer from a department table, we refer as D. You can see here, right? E dot D number and D dot D number, E dot D number, and D dot name, right? Why we are doing this? For example, let's say the name of the attribute name of the employee table, so the employees, sorry, the table, the attribute name of the table. Let's say the table's name is employee uh, retired employees, or the department name is let's say in-house departments. Let's say like this, the names of the tables are a little bit longer, so we can shorten this. Like let's say in-house department, we can put it as ID, or ID means a DI or something, or some abbreviation like that. And let's say like retired employees, we can show it as RE. Understand? So because of that, what happens? The query becomes very much simpler. So now let's copy this one and see whether it is working. So you have to do is you have to these things like this. Or there has to be somewhere space between when I'm copying this happens. That's why I don't copy actually. Okay. So if you need to exit anything like this, you can press Control C, it will exit. Okay, or exit, you can press use exit command. If it doesn't use work, press Control C, it will exit. So let's see MySQL. So I have to so now okay. Okay, so now I'm inside the company. I need to get these details perfectly to do so. D number, D dot D name, D number. Okay, that is what happened. There's no D. See, That's D number. This is wrong, right? So select. We are going to select E dot E number. So first, what I'm going to do is E dot E number that I'm not going to type. Select is I will keep some space to select. There's something here I have typed. Okay, so now from E dot sorry, we are taking employee table as E and put a comma there, and we are going to take department table as D here. Okay, so now let's move on here. I did that to make sure you understood what the process is. Select now, what select uh, EMP number. So is there something called EMP number? How is it spelled? EMP number, okay. EMP number. And then we are going to select, is it E name or EMP name? E name. Right, from employee as E, department as D. So now we have to put the prefix here. Okay, now I think you understood what I did. And now let's put the condition where E dot D number equals department's E dot D number, and there's another condition here. These two conditions has to be fulfilled, right? So in order to get the results table, D name equals HR. Okay, so E name from employee as E, line 1. You have an error in SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponds. Yes. Oh yes, what is the syntax error? You can see here two selects are there, no? I think that is one. Let's see. Okay, now it's working. Now it's working. You can see here, now it is clearly working, right? Okay, so that is analyzing a table, analyzing a attribute both. So now let's move on to the next part, comparison operators. To compare some data and to show the comparative data. So you can see here, very simple, right? So you can see here, uh, uh, greater than or equal or less than. So yes, I will simply take this one. Okay, and I will first put it here. Okay, so that you can see it. Right, now you can see, my friends, select employee number and e-name from employee where salary is only salary is greater than or equal to 80,000. That means the employees whose salary is greater than 80,000 can be shown. So let's see whose salary is greater than 80,000. Okay, Sandhani's has to be shown. Sadhun's has to be shown. That's all, right? That's all, I think. Only two has to be shown in the result table. Let's see whether it is true or not. There's nothing wrong here, right? So let's do like this. Okay, and insert. Sandhani's and Sadhun's data has been shown. So if we change this one, then what will happen, students? Right? Change means like change this part other way around. Rest of the peoples who has no null values. Okay, so you can see here some people have null values. Sahan, Shihan, Vikum and normally those people have null value. So if there's no value, you cannot compare, no, right? So please remember that. So the people, the employees who have some sort of a value inside the salary, and if it is less than 80,000 is being shown here, or it is greater than 80,000 is being shown here. Right, the other one. Let us consider the example given below. Select all. Now you can read this, right? Okay, now you have enough knowledge to read this. Select all from employee where not T number is 2 and gender is male. So that means now it's telling that to select uh, people where not D number. So now you only have to select people who are not in the department 2. Let's say like this. I'm not going to type the entire thing like here. I'm just to get it from here and paste it here to so that you can get a better understanding here. Select all. Okay, so now you can see select all from employee where not D number equals 2. So I'm going to copy this one again and I'm going to paste it here. So now I'm going to only execute this one and see what is the result. Okay. So now you can see here, if I run this query, what will happen, right? Select all. So everything will be selected from employee, but right, the people who are working in the department 2 will not be selected. The people who are working in the department 2 will not be selected. So let's go and see the people who are working in department 2. Right, Sandun won't be selected, Namli won't be selected, Sandun Pereira won't be selected, and Gayan Sahan won't be selected. Other than that, everyone else will be selected and shown with everyone else's all the details they have inside the table. So let's see. All right. Okay, now you can see 2 is not being selected here. Only 1 and 3 is being selected. Okay. So now let's go and select this one. So now what is this means? What this means is that, right, do not show the people who belong to department 2 and show only the people who belong to gender male. So now you can see here. Okay, no females are there, no? Are there any females? Oh, Shehan, Achinta, Shiva, Vikum, Sanali Pereira is in. Yeah, okay, I have to change that. Please give me a minute. Refresh this one. Employee table Sanali. Where's Sanali? This has to be changed now. Okay, now Sanali is there. Okay, so now let's go and see. So now with this, what will happen? Okay, so now what will happen? Only select, okay, let's only select people like this one, right? Is Sanali working in 2? Sanali is working in 1. Okay, so let's only select people who are not working in the department 2 and people who is belong to gender female, who are females, ladies. Let's go and just cancel and see. Something went wrong. Why is that? That is why I really don't like to copy and paste. Okay, something went wrong. We are not numbers to gender. Okay, select all, okay, from select all from employee table, but where, now we are giving a condition, where not DNO equals to, now, okay, select everyone who are not working in department 2, and there's another condition, gender has to be equal to female. Okay, something when I was copy and pasting, something happened. Now you can see only Sanali Pereira is being selected. Only Sanali Pereira is being selected. Right. Okay, now here what we did was we fetched female employees who are not working from in the department number 2. So next one is substring comparison. Substring comparison. Right? Substring comparison. So this is also very interesting, substring comparison also. So you can see here, right? When we are comparing strings, we usually do not use equal operator. Understand? So when we are comparing strings only, when we are comparing strings only, we usually do not use the equal operator. The like comparison operator is used to compare partial strings. I don't know whether you can remember. We learned about these operators here. Equal, greater than, yeah. So we did these operators now. Greater than, less than, equal, not. Now we are going to learn about like here. We did these two as well. Let's go and learn about like. So like, when you are using like, when we are comparing strings, the like comparison operator is used to compare partial strings. So there are two wildcards often used to conjunction with the like operator, right? So the wildcards are, first one, the percentage sign or the underscore. These are the two wildcards which goes with the like operator, Okay. So now let's see. Let us see some examples using those two wildcards. So where ename like this one. So okay. Where ename employee name like this one. Where ename like this one. Okay. So where ename like this and this and this. So you can see here the percentage mark is used here, and the underscore is being used with the percentage mark here. And you can see two underscore marks are being used with the percentage mark here. And you can see between S and A, there is a percentage mark here. So what is this? So when we use the percentage marks behind a letter, that means the value which we are seeking starts with A. Okay, starts with A. So like this, that means it ends with A. So if it is like this, that means inside the name, in somewhere between the start and the end, there will be definitely a combination of M and A. That means, like, let's say Jayasank. So if it is like this, that means the name which we are searching starts with J. So let's say Jayasank. So let's say like this. If it is like this, that means it ends with A. Still, we can take Jayasank for that. All right. So the other thing is, like, let's say it's like this, students. A and N both. A and N. A and N. So now you can see here in the Jayasank, the name Jayasankar, there's A and N. So let's say Shankar. a name called Shank is there, A and N is there. Understand? So if you enter like this, Jaya Shankar and Shankar both will be selected because both have A and N in the middle of their name. Okay. So then comes where E name like underscore A percentage, underscore A percentage. So here underscore A percentage, find any value that has a A in the second position. That means like, let's say, Sinelli. Jason, Jay, Ray, these are names, right? So Kanishka. So you can see here Ray, Jay, Kanishka all have the letter A as their what? Second letter in the name. Second letter. So from here, what it happens is, right? The underscore A, and this means, or this is the first letter. It doesn't matter first letter what anything, or R O J O K O whatever, but the second letter has to have an A in that name. So it is being selected the names which second letter is A here from here. And from here you can see, all right. So now in here what happens is you can see here, uh, right? You can see here S and two underscores are there. This is two underscores are there. So from here, what happens? Find any value that starts with S and is at least 3 characters in length. At least 3 characters in length. Let's say two underscore signs after S. Okay, so now you can see, and where E name is this one, finds any value that starts with A. That means let's say Sahansa, and let's say Sunila. So you can see starts from S, ends with A, starts from S, ends with A. So these two will be selected here. So shall we do that and see? Okay. So let's do this. Let's select, right? Select right here you can see select all from employee where this one is enough for us now. Select all from employee where e name like, let's select so e name starts with sorry, this one. Okay, this one, let's see, um, like S percentage A. So that means it has to start from S, and then it has to end with A. Okay, so the thing which happened was there's no E here, right? Okay, now you can see. So then it starts with A, ends with, sorry, S, ends with A. So if you give first name, only first name in this attribute, it won't do like that. But anyway, because Sanduni Pereira both are there, it starts with S and ends with A. No? So here that's why it has come like that. So anyway, let's do the second, this one also. Let's copy this one and paste this one now. So we did this one. Okay, so let's do this one. S, and we have to put two underscores, isn't it? A, and then the percentage mark. Two underscores and then the percentage mark. Okay, so now you can see uh, now what happened, right? Find any value that starts with S and is at least 3 characters in length, at least 3 characters. So everything came that is more than 3 characters, right? At least 3 characters. No? Okay, so now the next one, let's delete the S and underscore here. Okay, now the next one came, right? A little bit more came, right? So 1, 3, 2. So here 1, 2 also came. You can see 2 also came, and 6 also came here. You can see. So now what happens? Finds any value that has A in the second position. Any value that has A in the second position. So you can see basically in this one, N and A is there. So second position A is there, and in the sixth one also you can see G and A. The second position A is there. That is why that both came. And let's try this one, and then we'll finish. Okay, so now with this, what happens? So anywhere in your name has to be M and A. M and A. Anywhere. Let's see. Okay, so anywhere. M and A normally. So you can see here M and A is there in normally. And he normally Somapala, both are there. The same name, no? So normally comes from the first name. That's and normally. So normally Somapala both have. So normally came. The same name, right? Normally Somapala. So let's see another name. So here you can see NI. He is NI. Sandini has NI. Sanali has NI. So let's take that, okay? And see whether that will come. N and I. Okay. N and I and press enter. Sandini and Sanali. Okay. 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 So now you can try other possibilities given above for like operator. Okay. So we did that. So create a new database called company 2. Now there's activity. Then add employee table, department table, and project tables. However, replace the E name column in employee with the attribute of F name and L name. Okay, so now you have to put F name and L name. Populate the tables with data. Better to use the same as we use in the company database. Now find the names of male employees like having F name starting with SA with 5 characters. So now they are telling you to do this with another table and see it. Okay. Right. So that is why that's what I said. So here you can see E name. Now first name and last name both are there inside E name. That is why it came like that. Let's say starts with S and ends with A. So if first name is only here, it starts with S and ends with A. Doesn't come. Suddenly won't come there. Shiva will come there because in the first name column only the first name Shiva is there. No? So because of this both the first name and last name is in the employee name table. That is why it comes like that. Okay, so the next one is temporal data type. So when it comes to temporal data type, here we will learn about fetching data related to temporal data type. Okay, so let's see. Give me a minute. All right. So here we will learn about fetching data related to temporal data types. We have already discussed about how to set temporal data types when creating databases. So the temporal data type is like date time, so current time, temporary, right? Current time at the time at this moment. Okay. So to get the current time of a database server, you can use the following query, right? Select current time as time now. So let's see how to do this. First, you have to go out of the company, okay? All right. Sorry, I pressed the wrong query to go out of the company. Uh, Give me a minute. Okay, so please give me a minute. So in order to demonstrate that, we have to go SQL root p. Right now, we are again in MariaDB inside that. So what you can do is you can, so it doesn't matter whether it shows MySQL here or MariaDB here, it doesn't matter. So just take this and let's type, right? So we are going to select current underscore time. So we are going to select as what? So now you know why we use as, right? As time underscore now. So now it is going to display as time now. Press enter. Okay, see time now. So the now time is 1:57. Okay, current time. So formatting MySQL time value. So as you have noticed, MySQL uses, so you can see here, right? Hours, minutes, and seconds when retrieving and displaying a time value. So if you need a different format, different to the default format, this one, you can use the time format function. Let us consider the example given below. So you can just select employee number, birthday, date format. You can see. So for the date format, you can give, right, birth date, day, month, year as new B date from employee 1 and employee 2. So you can see here the birthday is being uh, shown as new birthday here. Other way around, you can see the default one is this one, so it is been shown as this one. So let's see. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one and paste this one in here, and going to do some edits. Okay, so I'm not going to show this one here like this. Okay, now what is happening here? Select employee number and B date, and we are selecting B date as. So here what we are going to do is we are going to, okay, so let's copy this one and paste it here. But before pasting, we have to use the, okay, and okay, now you can see here the, the previous default way of showing is this one, yeah, 1999 921. So we have given a new format here to show how the data has to be displayed. So now no need of this one, no need of this one. So let's only show this one here as the new B date, not B new B date. Let's show it as B date now. Okay, so okay, now you can see here. So now B date, new B date, we change it to B date, not this B date now. This is one with that has been shown here. We are not showing this one here. So this one, this attribute here will be shown here as B date. That is how you change the formats. So if you have time along with the date, then you can use this one. Okay. If it is only time, then you can use time format here. Okay. And you can see the time format here as well. And let's see. this one. Oh, no, your column name. Okay, so it has been your column name. Very sorry. B date has to be B date. Okay. Now you can see. Okay, with the time it came with time, but we have not put insert the time, no, so it's not displayed like that. But you can see the process, right? Okay, now let's see the next one then. If you need to get date, month, year separately, you can do like this. So let's copy this one and paste it here. So you understand why I'm doing like this, because I need to clarify whether there are no errors. So if there are errors, it is being shown in red color now. So you cannot do this in your examination. So because of that, you have to be very clear about what you are typing. You can see what happens when I do like that. So you can see that is why I don't actually use these copied paste ones, because you can see there was some sort of error there, no? So let's try it from here and see whether select EMP in where cross unknown column EMP. So let's see whether there's no A005 is there. Select employee number, B date format, okay, as day, date format, okay, as month, date format, B date, okay, as month, year, as year from employee, where employee number equals A005. Basically, I think okay, something has gone wrong here, I don't know. I think it's a syntax error or something. Just Unknown column. Yeah. So what is the column of EMP numbers? Column is okay, right? Something's wrong. Okay, we don't need this one no, to see whether this one is working. And let's go this one. Okay, it works. It works. Something happened with that. That's why. Okay. Select this one. Press it here and press. Okay, you can see here now. It's working. So you can see categorizing it like this. Okay. You can see birth date is been categorized. So 21st is a Friday, month of 21st September 1999. So we can further divide this birthday into 2 columns and show it here like this. Okay. And yeah, visas can be shown like this. See, birthday date is it's a Wednesday. It's month it's 11th, and it's October. So month date or date was 11th, and the month was October in 1990. So you can further divide this into these categories and show it. So you can use functions like day name, day of week, day of month, day of year to retrieve some of the components from the date. An example is given below. You can see here, right? Like select employee number, birthday, and B date as day from employee. So let's do this and see. Okay, let's do it and see whether what I am talking now. So select. So we are going to select EMP number and birth date both. Okay, so B date. Right. So now when we are selecting birthday, what we are going to do is we are going to only select the day which he was born. Okay, select with the birth date. I'm going to select the day which he was born. So how to do so? Comma day. The day has to be taken from the birth date attribute. Okay, and it has to be displayed as day of born. Day EMP born. Right, and this has to be taken from employee table and press enter. Then you can see here, right? So the birthday is here. So he was born on 21st. That means day employee was born is 21st. Was on 1 at 1, 11, 11, 7, 31. So you can see the pattern here. And show it like that. So then distinct. So distinct. So what is distinct? So you can see here in SQL select statements, duplicate tuples can appear in the output. Duplicate tuples. You can see here Sanil Pereira is there. So are there any duplicate values in my one? I think not, right? So let's insert some duplicate value here as well. Go to structure. Sorry, go to browse. You can see here no duplicate value. Let's insert another Sanil Pereira. There can be two Sanil Pereiras, right? So we'll insert another Sanil Pereira. It has to be 11. Sanil Pereira, okay, good. With a different, let's say, birthday. Maybe working in research. It's the only one who's working in research. Let's say it's Jim. Okay, so now, okay, so let's go and see. So there are two Sanduni Pereiras, okay? Sanduni Pereira 1 Sandunu Pereira 2. So now, so when you select like this, select employee name or select all, or let's say select employee name, only select that one, no? Select name from employee. You can see Sandunu Pereira and Sandunu Pereira, right? I know they are two different people, but the same name. Two different people, but the same name. So as you can see, there are two employees with the same name, right? Sometimes same person, sometimes you can say, of course, two different persons. So if you need to get only one value, understand? So we only need one Sanduni Pereira or Sanil Pereira here. So how to get that? You can give a uh, uh, distinct keyword here. Okay. 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 So how to do so? Go here, select. Now put distinct. So distinct means uh, unique. Okay. Distinct, and then you have to put name. Select distinct name from an employee. Okay, now you can see here, Sandhani is being selected only once. So there were two times, but here only one time we have selected Sandhani. And yes, then comes another important one called null values. Okay, null values. And in and between operators. Okay, so you can check if a null value is null, You can check if a value is null. Here we can not use the equal operator to compare null values. Okay, so in order to compare null values, we cannot use this equal operator. So SQL uses is or is not to compare null values because it considers each null value distinct from other null values. Right? We considered that each null value is distinct from other null values. So because of that, what happens? SQL uses is and is not other than equal operator to compare null values. So you can see here to fetch all employees who has null value for birthday. So let's see the employees, go and see, right? So you can see here, normally has a null value. Sahan has a null value. Shiva has a null value to their birthday. So because of that, we can select only three will be selected here. So let's see, select employee number and employee name from employee where their birthday is null, where their birthday not equal null. You can see here what I talked about earlier. This cannot be birthday equal null. This is birthday is null. Okay. Is or is not. If not, is not, we can say is not null or is null. Okay, let's go here, select it and insert the table here and see whether I have any problem with the SQL statement. I think there's no. Let's go here and paste it and press. Then you can see only normally Sahan and Siva, which I have told earlier, who doesn't have any values, who has null values in here, will be selected. So let's go and paste it here also and say not null and press. Then other than normally Sahan and Shiva, every other data will be selected. Okay. Okay. So now the next one is between an in operator. Between an in operator. So the next one, which we are going to talk about, as we told, between an in operator. So you can see here, the between operator selects values within a given range. So you can see select employee number and e-name and the salary from employee, where the salary is between 51,000 to 98,000. So you can Let's just take this like this. We'll take it. We'll take this one also, 1,000. And it doesn't matter whether between 51,000 point, what was that? 0.50. Let's keep it like that. Okay, doesn't matter. So you can see here the employees who earn between 51,000 and 98,000 is being selected, right? Is being selected here. Okay. So in between 51,000 and 90,000, already 98,000 is also being selected here. So you can see here that as well. See 98,000, see 98,000 is selected. Okay, so try to use, okay, then the in operator allows you to specify multiple values in where clause. This can be considered as a shortened form of using O operator. Okay, a short form to use O operator, we call it the in operator. Let us consider an example. Let's see. So here, select employee number, employee name, salary from employee where salary in is one. So that means like it has been shortened the O operator. Let's say it's where salary equals 51,000.5 cents or 54,400.5 cents or 90,000. So this O is being shortened into in salary here. That is what has happened. You can see okay. So let's take this one, paste it. You can see here in. So that means like the people who have where salary is see, at my one, I think that those salaries are not there. No? So let's see. So where salary is 98,000 or 54,000 or 51,000 is being selected. So you can see in operator allows you to specify multiple values in a where clause. This can be considered as a shortened form of using O operator. Shortened form of O operator. Okay, so that is all actually we wanted to do with select. Okay. So I think you had a good idea about basic SQL data retrieval. So we finished data retrieval part 1, and we will meet in another data retrieval video, which is basic SQL data retrieval part 2. Thank you.